Okay, so that's what we assess. Let's get to the why we do assessment. Okay, let's go to slide this time again and answer the question. Why we do assessment or aim at assessment? Yeah, please type your answer and then submit it. Maintain quality, yes. Okay. Quality to knowledge, check. Okay, what's been learned, knowledge, major, checking, quality, okay. Okay, evaluate the knowledge, weaknesses and strengths, that's of the maybe. Okay. Okay. We do assessment mainly to maybe measure knowledge and check on students' skills and to improve their learning and their levels. Okay, very much. Thank you. Well, as professors, we think in that way, and which is okay, is to measure and just assess students' knowledge, etc. However, there are other reasons why we do assessment. First, improving and promoting learning. In other words, providing learning opportunities. Assessment could be one or the best way to learn. It's a learning opportunity for students. When we give them assessment, let's keep in mind it's maybe a way for them to learn something, okay? And when we say assessment, maybe it's not great. It's just homework, a project, a presentation they do, etc. So this is important, okay? So providing learning opportunities. Why we do assessment? To evaluate the effectiveness of teaching process and facilitating improvement, and to check on our teaching. Is it working or not? Therefore, there is what's called action research. I would encourage you to read more about it and do action research on the ways of assessment that you will implement. And also to improving the quality of the curriculum. You mentioned that, all of you. That's very good. Yes, to reflecting the curriculum and the quality. One of the most important reasons why we do assessment is to gain the trust of the public. How? So, why should we be accredited by NCAA or by accrediting body? Why? So we can go to the public and say, here, our job is very good. Our teaching, learning, our courses is very, very good. It's accredited. It's recognized for quality. That's one main reason why we do assessment. Okay, so it's for accountability. Okay, for accountability. By whom? To the institution, accrediting bodies, and employers, and the wider community. These are some of the reasons why we do assessment, and these, I believe, are very important. Overall, why we do assessment, the aims of assessment, one sentence. 2, improve teaching and strengthening learning. So we can improve our teaching. Either it's related to the curriculum, to the classroom, to the environment, to the course, to the teaching strategies, to the professor, etc. And strengthening learning of students. Okay, that's the key of assessment and why we do assessment. So to me, when I hear that, oh, we do assessment to know, to grade students, to do the selection process that many of the institutions do. We ask them to take exams and tests, right? So we select of them to get into one program or one college, not the other. This is called the selection, and I don't like it. Okay. One important thing is the feedback. Assessment with no good feedback probably will not do much in students' learning when we talk about learning. So as I mentioned, B+ is not feedback. It's a grade. Okay? Oh, this is right. It's not feedback. It's not good feedback, let's say. Well, it's not feedback either. The feedback is an ongoing process to provide students with information on the progress of their performance towards achieving learning outcomes to help them improve or sustain the performance. If it's good, they do very well, let's sustain. If it's not that good, let's give them feedback, good feedback, so they can improve it. Effective feedback, first, should be goal referenced. So, we have a goal. The task is clear. They know what has been, what we ask them to do. Okay, so it's clear. It should be transparent. And I like when one of you said there's no trust. The whole teaching and learning is based on trust. Okay, so you can't be transparent with your students. They don't trust you, or if you don't trust them either, right? So it should be transparent, honest, let's say, and meaningful and constructive. So the way you say it, I'll come to you, doctor. Okay? So it should be meaningful, constructive. In other words, actionable. So you tell them what they can do to improve. For example, okay? We'll say, "You're good," right? The kid will be scared, right? But I said, very nice thing. You're good. You're beautiful. You're whatever, right? But the way I said it. However, well, this is a silly example. We'll say, "Come here, stupid." He will laugh, right? Or she will laugh. Why? Because the way we said it. Feedback is the same thing. The way you say it. It's not what you say. It should be timely. Okay? So don't wait till towards the end of the semester. They need it every time so they can improve. Ongoing, as we said. And consistent. So let's say if you have a standard, okay, it should be consistent. So for something, you can't say, "Oh, this is for example, this is below the standards," and later you'll say, "Oh, this is great," of the same thing. No. It should be consistent. And it requires some work, some time to be able to do so. Okay, so this is the feedback. Sir, your question before we go for break.
Trust.
Trust.
Safe environment.
Yes.
System as learning.
Yes.
If learning is consistent, we have to use the same precaution. Once in a while, you will say, "No, we still make all precaution in exam."
Okay.
Why do myself going for an exam? And they have to check me or something, and the camera watching.
Yes.
And the systems of learning.
Yes.
This environment, I think that it should be for assessment for or at learning.
Yes.
The second point, regarding the feedback, here also we use the feedback in a very positive way. We use it in a sandwich technique, P and P, positive, negative, positive. We use it to tell the students the positive thing regarding
Yes.
the issue for the feedback. Then we use very good terms, points for improvement.
Yes.
We don't feel negative
Yes.
points.
Yes.
This point or this item need to be improved with the
Okay.
presentation, whatever the issue.
Yes. Yes. Well, thank you very much. But to your first concern, I'm concerned that if, let's say, one student came to you and said, "You know what? I can't take a test. I'm afraid of tests. I can't do very well in tests or exams." Okay? please give me something else. Would you allow them the opportunity to do something else? This is my concern. That, as you mentioned, I don't care about what they do, where you said Europe, whatever. It's wrong, I believe. It's, again, we're here to facilitate learning. I agree.
I do agree with you as a learning assessment, as a learning assessment for learning.
Yes.
The only thing is assessment of learning.
Yeah, again, so I tell you, what if a student came to you and said, I don't want to do this, I can do something else, tell me. Would you give them the option?
I can just final exam or during the learning process.
Let's say final exam.
Final exam,
Yes.
if you cannot do it, I would see what's his problem and I would send him for application.
Okay.
Advise him and I would try to figure out exactly what.
Okay, so this is good. You'll try to do something for it.
What's the obstacle
Yes.
for him to submit for this exam?
Okay.
During the process of learning, I can make any alternative.
Okay, very good.
I can use another type of teaching process, another type of learning process. But for final exam, this is my concern.
But you said you'll try. Okay, I'd love to have you as my professor. Very good. If you can try. Thank you very much.